Also, today is International Yoga Day, and so I thought I will share my views on what yoga is and what is the kind of yoga I find to be beneficial. What is yoga, right? Yoga is this philosophy or the lens in which you see the world. And what rishis understood is that what human beings are looking or seeking is freedom. In a modern times, how does it look like? Mod, Freedom from financial insecurities, freedom from having no physical pain, freedom from having a certain amount of peace of mind so that we can operate on an everyday life with more clarity and wisdom. And what does ultimately it leads to? When your body is not a restriction anymore, when your mind is not spinning in circles anymore, and you have a sense of financially you feel that you're not under threat and somebody is not going to take this life out of you, there is a sense of relief, there is a sense of ease, and there is a sense of joy in your life. I'm not going to give advice on financial freedom because I am not an expert on that and I shouldn't actually be giving anybody financial advices. So let's talk about physical body first. What is the physical body yoga looks like? Does it look like handstand, headstand, ability to do ninja moves? It doesn't. Some people aspire that, and I think it's admirable to chase what you want to really do with your life. But for most of us, it means to live a life of pain free. The physical body is not a restraint anymore. Not really how I look, because this is going to change, right? I don't look the same when I was 15 years old to 20 to 30 to 40. Now that I'm 45, I'm going to look very different. So it's not really about that. It is about having less pain in my body so that I can do the things I like to do as long as I can. Like, I would like to garden as long as I can. I like to hike as long as I can. I would love to cook for many, many, many people as long as I can. That needs a physical strength and ability. And any practices which help me to get there is yoga. Now, yoga for mind. The same physical body sometimes feels very enthusiastic. Sometimes it feels lazy on any given day, just within one day of time frame. Very joyous and very depressed. So all of these emotions the body shows in any given day. The body hasn't changed much. That means the body is taking instructions from the mind. So the mind is more subtle and more complex in its nature. So any practices which help you to find a deep sense of peace within the mind is doing yoga. There are practices which will help you to get peace of mind for a brief amount of time, like you have a straight fight, or having going to talk to your partner, and then you take a deep breath, and then there is a little bit of pause there so that you can react or respond in a better way. And then there are practices which will take a longer time to have a long sustained period of peace of mind. So anything, it might look like meditation, it look like therapist, it look like journaling. All these practices are yogic practices for your mind. So ultimately, for the modern times, yoga will look like something which will keep you physically fit, which will keep you mentally peaceful, which ultimately will help you to live your life with more joy. When the love is presented to you, you will be able to experience it. And a lot of times, your partner or your parent or a friend will come and talk to you something lovingly, but you won't have the ability to respond in a beautiful way because the mind is so preoccupied with the fears and insecurities of its own. So just have that space so that it can experience the joys of life. Is definitely, I would say, the practices of what a modern yoga should look like. If it is not doing that, it is helping you to just chase more, better body, better money, better experiences, then it's not yoga. That's at least my opinion. Thank you. Finally, the ultimate goal of yoga would be to understand the limitations of this physical body, limitations of of the mind, limitation of the society we live in, and identify yourself as something much more higher than the physical body, mind, and the society and the culture, which is consciousness, awareness, God, whatever name you'd like to give. That would be the ultimate goal. But to get there, it is very easy to get carried away with a bigger picture if you really do not know how to live on an everyday basis. That's when I think we get very delusional about ideas. Then we will begin to live in a very impractical way. So I would rather start at zero where I am and then go to 1 before I think that the ultimate goal, let's say it is 100. From 0 to 100 is a very, very big step, and it looks very difficult and hard to see right now, but then 0 to 1 is something I can do, and that is what I am doing, and I hope I'm teaching that to my students, so to come to my class or connect with me over here.